Hello, folks. We're live. I'm in Louisiana, and James P. Madonna is in New Jersey, and we are on August 12th, Fandango Friday. It's Fandango Friday, everybody.
And we're off. It is Fandango Friday. Yes, you're on the right channel. Don't be sarcastic. You know you're on the right channel. And now, I know that was a very funny opening, but I it was sent to me by someone that we all know, and luckily the gentleman had too. Well, the bad thing is he had too much to drink. Obviously, the bad thing. The good thing is he was off the air, but a certain someone sent it to me, and I just yeah.
They got people in Missouri doing videos with James P. Madonna totally naked, So
Yeah, they superimposed my head or something. No, they have. It reminded me of the Buddha statue. You rub his belly and for good luck. I think they call it
Happy Buddha, the Happy Buddha.
The Happy Buddha, yeah, with the ingots. He carries the Chinese ingots.
Now look at this Happy 99 brand cocktails party bucket. When I bought it, it was $7.99. Currently going for $13.99.
And it's gonna rattle louder than any. Shake, rattle, and roll, and the winning bingo number is.
Oh, I had a feeling this was going to happen. I pulled another one of these Western Sun products. Well, they're big. They're big, so they tend to get pulled. I got one more left. This is the Western Sun from Pilot Point, Texas. The Piney Woods, and there's a lot of Piney Woods in East Texas. Let me assure you. The Piney Woods blueberry flavored vodka. 60 proof, but distilled and bottled by Western Sun Distillery in Pilot Point, Texas. This is containing certified color, which makes it blue. In other words, food coloring. And it's distilled from corn. And I never had it. But I did buy 3 of these bottles for a grand total of 99 cents plus tax.
And I bet your fingertips knew by feel that it was going to be another one from that company.
Yeah, but I didn't want to cheat. Like, that was the first thing my fingers touched. So I didn't want to push it away and grab something else, because that would be a way of cheating, and the viewers wouldn't notice that. And I said, no, I got to do it right.
You'll be like that guy behind the curtain in The Wizard of Oz. Don't pay attention to that man behind the curtain.
Yeah, or I could be like some of these hotel owners who are presenting their hotel on the internet as a nice place to stay, but when you get there, like I did last night, you say, "Oh, ho."
You know what I got screwed out of? I read the itinerary, I read the amount of stars it got, and lo and behold, when me and my chickie poo got there, a lot of the great things on the itinerary were discontinued by management. like free shuttle transportation to the downtown area for tourist shopping. This continues, so I had to take a damn taxi. That was a hotel, famous hotel chain. It was on Margarita Island, Venezuela, and I had to take a taxi to Porlamar, which is the main city on Margarita Island. And I don't like dealing in a third world country with taxi cab drivers. They're too shady.
Yeah, well, so I was so aggravated last night. You get a lot of these shady people. They run shady corner grocery stores, these convenience. They run shady motels. They want to cut corners. They latch on to these national hotel chains, try to present themselves as a legitimate product. Anyway, all right, enough ranting and raving. So I've got the Western Sun. It's got a little bluish tint to it via the food coloring, but it's mostly just gray looking. And I'll bring up the website a little bit now. James P. Madonna has a product. I'm going to go to him. He's in New Jersey. I'm in Louisiana. You would have enjoyed that road trip though, because you would have liked the trails. I think. It was a long distance.
Yeah. Well, the only thing is that mosquitoes really love my blood.
Yeah, I did not run into a mosquito problem. No, I'm happy to say.
Yeah, they're only the female, when it's ready to lay eggs in stagnant water, sucks blood. The males, they're like drones in a beehive. They don't really do much besides that. Anyway, yeah. I got the Ryan's Original Irish Style Cream Liqueur.
I'm familiar with that.
That's Sazerac. It's a Sazerac product. And as soon as you go to the website, in big antique gold letters, Sazerac is all the way on the top. They're not shy about letting you know who owns it. They really should be a little subtle about it, okay, but they're not. And yeah, I have it I had it in the freezer for today. All right, I'm sure the babies would not cry so much if they had this formula. Let's see what we got here. All right.
I don't know how subtle Mr. Goldring and family are, but
I don't know. Well, not with this. Ryan's Irish Cream is made with dairy fresh cream. Yeah, of course they're going to say fresh, right? Rich chocolate, natural vanilla. Oh, you want to hold off?
All right. Yeah, we'll go to the website when you pour it and all, and we'll get to it. We'll get to it.
All right.
And right before, we're going to look at this comment.
Good morning, Masumi. My dear, it is 7:48 a.m. Saturday in Tokyo. Good morning to you. Good morning. All right.
Hold on a second. Let me try to drag myself back over. Yeah, I'm a little worn out because the hotel was bad, and
the worst thing at a hotel, one of those we'll leave the light on for you, Motel 6 kind of hotels. They were supposed to be changing bed sheets, and I saw two old Indian men taking the used bed sheet and going like this in the air and putting it back. And I go, that's it. We're out of here.
Right. Yeah. Well,
maybe they do that in India, but
this, yeah. And oh,
thank you up.
Matsumi. Well, so I was very irritated. I sent a letter to the corporate office, but all right. Now, so I poured Western Sun, and it's kind of got a blue tint to it.
Yeah, you're right about that. Like, yeah, It's got like a there's blueberry juice in there or something.
Yeah, the magic of food coloring. All right, so the blueberry juice is really not blue. You know, it's the skin that's blue. All right.
Yeah, the
But,
pigmentation that in the skins, right?
we're gonna get back to the comments, y'all. So don't fret.
Same
Now,
thing with red wine, people. Same thing with red wine. It's in the pigmentation, the skin pigmentation.
right, not the juice so much.
Right. Yep.
So here's the Western Sun. They are independently owned this week. I always say this week because next week that could change. They're showing all the flavors: prickly pear, raspberry, watermelon, grapefruit, blueberry, which I have, vodka, lemon, the original vodka, which is unflavored, by the way, lemon, lime, cucumber, peach.
That's
Now,
interesting.
I'm not.
Prickly pear, the cactus. That's very interesting. That they have that.
It says whether you're looking for your next favorite cocktail or planning your next weekend adventure, we have you covered. Click to discover. So I don't know why that local store had 3 bottles, and these are not 50 milliliter little airplane bottles. These are 100 milliliter. 100 milliliter.
So, you get a mild buzz on that. Not
I don't know. I'm kind of nervous about it. Let's see. But anyway, it's let me make sure about the size. I got them for 33 cents a piece. Now, that's a great deal.
Wow. That's a bargain.
That's the bargain of the 100 milliliters, just like I thought. That's the bargain of world history, right? That's
I don't think that's one of your greatest finds as far as discounts, I would say.
Yeah, it was unreal. I mean, that's 15 cents for an airplane bottle, or 17 cents. Okay, so let's see what they say about this Instagram. The nerve to put it on their own website. They got to make you go to Instagram. Oh well.
Yeah, that's Zuckerberg's one of his playgrounds.
They must get a little bit of a monetary contribution for kicking it over here. Okay.
Yeah, that's why his nose is so big, so he can smell the. He can smell the money. All right, go ahead.
We're in the money. All right, bright and juicy with aromas of ripe blackberries and raspberries. Our blueberry vodka brings out the very best vibes in all of us. Oh, isn't that funny? The very best vibes. Okay.
How cute. Very, very good.
But they use only natural flavors. It's been in business about 10 years. It's way out in the country, north of Dallas. I mean, it's kind of an isolated area. All right, now, so I'm going to give it a description. I'm not going to go on and on. No beer reviewers ever go on and on and on and on. All right.
Oh, I've heard beer reviewers that were long-winded.
I'm just joking. You know, I'm being sarcastic.
Over on Eric's show, there's some long-winded beer reviewers.
Yeah, but I was watching it. They did Wildcard Wednesday, and I was watching Tanner with from Rhode Island doing a East IPA from Brooklyn. He did a good job. He went on a little while.
Yeah,
it wasn't long-winded. It was just like, here's what the beer tastes like. Here's what it smells like. Gave the evaluation. Oh,
excellent.
let me do the the banner.
Banner.
The marquee.
David Banner. Oh, the scrolling marquee. Okay.
No, the comic book version, the Robert Bruce Banner, the original.
Oh, they could have.
He was Robert Bruce Banner in the book, the comic book, but then for television, for whatever reason, they changed it to David Banner.
Bill Bixby, right? Yeah.
I don't know why they changed it, but
Courtship of Eddie's Father, that was a little corny for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Family Affair with Mr. French, that was too corny also. But anyway.
Yeah, but I like Sissy. All right. And then we also have
Petticoat Junction.
Ryan's
Oh, Ryan's.
Irish
They
style.
call Ryan's Irish style cream liqueur. And oh gee whiz, I forgot my magnifying glass.
Let me see if I can pull up any. I think it's
Yeah.
34 proof.
Yeah, it's probably not that.
34 proof, 34 proof, 34 proof.
Okay.
34 proof. I see that stuff everywhere, and I never bought it yet, but I should. And they had it on sale a couple of months ago for $9.99, and I was a fool, and I didn't buy it. All right.
I'm laughing at the address for Sazerac Company, Magazine Street, 101 Magazine Street. My sister's house is 101, so this is 101 Magazine Street, New Orleans.
Yep. My mother used to love to go to Magazine Street and look at all those old thrift stores and antique shops. All right, so the aroma is it's never as elaborate as they claim, but it's like berries, blueberry, and then you get that corn underbody. Of course, vodka is supposed to be odorless and tasteless. However, you can sometimes pick it up, All right. Let's go with the taste. Cheers.
Cheers.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Well, tastes like blueberry. Piney Woods blueberry. Now, what are they using? Are they using real hand-picked blueberries, squashed by hand? Yeah, sure.
By feet, by Lucille Ball.
And Vivian Vance.
Yeah, Vivian Vance. And the alcoholic, Fred Mertz. He was always drunk on the set.
Oh, he was? I didn't know that.
William Frawley. He was very intoxicated on the set.
I know that he was born in 1884, and he died in front of his apartment complex on like Sunset Boulevard in Los Angeles. He lived in like a boarding house of all things, but he it's probably a nice boarding house, you know what I mean? But he
died outside in the front,
like on the sidewalk. It was like in 1962, and he was, well, let's see, 62 and 16 is 78. I guess he wasn't that old, but he I don't think he was ever married. Well, people are going to take that and run with it, but
yeah. Well, Vincent Gardenia never got married, and then people said he must be gay.
Yeah, I mean, William Frawley didn't carry himself that way. Now, if you watch the movie Grease and you see the lead actor like Sandy, you watch that and you're like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, well, they never said anything about like Charles Nelson Riley and those other people. I mean, everything was kept in a closet back then.
Not now. It's kept in your face.
Paul Lind.
Oh, yeah. Now it's kept in your face. And
in your face.
Obnoxiously.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. They just rub your nose in it.
It's like, why do you dislike me? I only talk about this 29 hours a day in your face.
Well, when people do that,
well, it's because you talk about it 29 hours a day in my face.
When any lobbying group talks about it that much profusely, they want something. They want special treatment.
Right. There you go. So, in other words, before no one cared. Now it's all a big a bunch of nagging naggers who nag. Okay.
It's like a woman telling her husband, honey, next month is our anniversary, our anniversary is only like 30 days away, you know that? So that means she wants a present. She wants a gift.
And then it goes on and on. All right. Well.
Anyway.
If I was ever looking to drink a flavor of vodka, and I don't really say I would be looking to do that, but I'm drinking one now because I bought it at Ricky's. I don't think the man who owns this real name is Ricky, but
Ricky Ricardo or Little Ricky.
his name is probably more like
Richard.
Ishmael. But
Oh, Lucy, I'm home. Where's Little Ricky? Anyway.
yeah, tastes like blueberries. I mean, it tastes good. It's nice. It's sugary, but it's not overly sweet. It's not like a sugar catastrophe. I think when we got off track, I was saying that I think they probably using like blueberry puree. Yeah, that'd probably be the cheapest thing to buy. Like they contract with some wholesaler. We want this blueberry puree. Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, they're not the blueberries that go in the little basket that you find at the farmer's market. They're just run-of-the-mill blueberries that don't go in the basket.
That probably would not qualify for the basket, but they're still useful. And I support that because it's more ecological. You don't dump it out. Okay, they're bruised, they're turned, they're a little overripe, fine. But you use them in the vodka or the beer, and then you're getting some use out of them. I support that actually.
Yeah.
Tastes like blueberries, tastes like cane sugar, tastes like a little bit of corn. I like it. Would I be looking to drink it? No, not really, but I like it, and I'm gonna give it a high score. And so
Yeah.
and especially since I paid 33 cents for the bottle.
Wow, that's incredible. Can't complain. Can't complain about that. That's for
Can't
sure.
complain. 100 milliliters. All right.
You know, the people that run Applewood Winery in Warwick, New York, which is not upstate, but it's in Orange County, which is west, where there's a lot of farms. So and Catskill Mountains. So they told me that they harvest the apples that have fallen for the ciders, the hard ciders, and the apple wine. So the apples that have fell in the orchard go towards their products, their fermented products.
See?
You know, and I said, you have apple jack, you have apple, which is apple brandy. They go, no, we don't have that. But if they wanted to, they could distill it and make apple jack.
They could do it, yeah. And there's a special section of that town, Warwick. There's a special area in that town called Dion, Warwick. It's a more luxurious area of town.
Yeah, Middletown is the main, the place that's really where it's all happening, if you want to call it that, in Orange County, because Orange County is they're very rural. You go to market.
Oh yeah, out on that island, yeah.
Yeah, you go to markets and they have these deep dish pies, blueberry pie, apple pie. You know, the deep dish that you find in farmland country. And
you notice I said the Dion Warwick section of town.
Oh, Dion Warwick, yeah. That's the aunt of the late the singer
Houston.
Yeah, Whitney Houston's aunt. Yes, from in East Orange, New Jersey. The Oranges. Yep, that's it. The nose joke. Oh, my nose joke. Yeah, so yeah, so he can smell the money. That's why he has a nose like that. So anyway, okay. Let's
do the comments and then we'll get to you because I don't want.
Oh, okay, all right.
I don't want people to get insulted like I'm not.
Yeah, okay.
Good afternoon, Michael. Lucky Man, Emerson, Lake and Palmer. I have that album. Oh, the Amish spelling. What about the Aaron spelling? All right.
Yeah, the Aaron spelling. his daughter was in that show. What was it? Beverly Hills,
Hill
007.
90120.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, Beverly Hills 90120.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, of course, the daddy. The daddy's a big time producer.
He produced a lot of big shows. Okay, now it's time for New Jersey Showcase.
Okay, and the website is in the private section. Private Ryan. Ryan's Irish cream is made from dairy fresh cream, rich chocolate, natural vanilla, and the finest imported Irish whiskey for a critically acclaimed taste. The finest imported Irish whiskey? Huh? How do we know if once they mix it, right? Granted a gold medal. What? Yeah,
well, Sazerac bought patties, so you could kind of figure out which Irish whiskey it is,
Oh, that's a good Irish whiskey. It's like a hot dog. Once they puree meat, it could be anything. Granted a gold medal from the International Spirits Tasting Panel for smoothest liqueur. Smoothest? I've never had a rough liqueur going down my throat. Ryan's is an indulgent treat, sipped neat, chilled, very chilled, I would say, in hot or cold coffee or in an after dinner cocktail. Well, it's great in coffee, that's for sure, because I tried Bailey's in my favorite coffee, and it was dynamite. J.J. Walker said, okay, and then they Sazerac brands. That's a whole talk show unto itself.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not even going to click on that.
Now, one interesting thing about this is that you notice it doesn't say Irish liqueur; it says Irish style. What does that tell us?
That means it's made in the United States, but the whiskey comes from Ireland.
Ireland, right? But the cream is from probably Kentucky.
Yes. Yeah, they have good dairies in the United States. You just have to pick the right one.
Here's some other products that they make just for your general interest, folks. Buffalo Trace, Wheatley vodka, which we've both enjoyed. And some expensive bourbons like Taylor, which you would hate to pay the price. If I told you the price, you'd get insulted. Stag, another one. Pappy Van Winkle, you would have to take out a mortgage to buy the bottle. Weller, 1792. Blanton's, Southern Comfort. Peychaud's Old Fashioned Mix. Merchant Exchange Orange Bitters. Here's some expensive Young and Wolf, expensive Trinidadian and Barbadian rums, which you also need to have a mortgage equity loan to get.
Really?
There. Oh, Last Drop, which will cost you your last penny to buy. OFC, which is expensive. Eagle Rare is a good $40 a bottle. And then it goes on and on. I mean, they have so many brands. It's like every day they go by, they're buying something new, It goes on and on and on and on and on. There's your Imperial.
Oh yeah, wow! Look at that. They own that too. That's in the wedge. I like the bottle so much. I cleaned it good and put the holy water. Filled it up with holy water.
I want to get a bottle of that stuff.
The choice.
Booth's Dry Gin. I've never had Booth's, but I've had Miles Gin, and Miles Gin it's not bad. Tinkerman's. I mean, I'm not gonna go. I'd like to try this Blackstrap flavored rum though. Black Magic. About 4 years ago, they bought Myers's. Anyway. All right. They're in a spending spree. Let's call it.
You offhand, do you know? Do you have your YouTube channel link memorized? Because my sister just asked me, "What's the link?" I guess she wants to watch. whatever's left of it. It's
my name. It's
it's youtube.com//
tell her to look up. I'll tell you what. Tell her to look up on Google Louisiana beer reviews. Just type in Louisiana beer reviews, and it'll show 25 different pictures of my face. You know, so.
Oh, okay. Let me just tell her right here.
It's easier to look up that way because it's
just go, Lisa. Just go to Google and type in Louisiana beer reviews, and it'll come up in a flash.
Yeah, and look for that Falstaff icon.
Yeah, and you'll see like an icon that says Falstaff on it. But anyway, Louisiana beer reviews. All right, good enough. Good enough.
All right.
Good.
Well,
all right.
I'm gonna do the, but I'm gonna go back and do my final assessment.
Okay.
Wait, I didn't let you do the taste. What's wrong with me? Okay.
Okay. Now, it's well, it's hard to tell on camera, but you can. It's actually darker tan than what it appears with the webcam.
Sure looks good.
Because of the chocolate, and the vanilla, and all the other delectable ingredients that they spike it with.
Caramel color.
Yeah. Caramel. I say caramel because that's the way it's spelled. I hate when people go caramel. What the hell is caramel? Caramel.
Nuts.
Caramel. There's a caramel, California, right?
Right. It's spelled Carmel.
Yeah. What is this caramel? I think all the hoity-toity foodie snobs and they like to say caramel. Yeah. Anyway, it smells like Bailey's. I wouldn't expect it to smell any other way. You know, I could smell the cream, I could smell the whiskey, I could smell the vanilla, and even the chocolate, believe it or not.
I believe it.
There's the Amish and there's the Mennonites. That they have different. It's like a slightly different culture, I think.
Right, but not too much different.
Not too much different. They wear black like the Hasidic Jews. They're all in black, even in the summertime. And anytime I went to Lancaster County, there wasn't a lot of shade. I will say that, unless you're in one of those buffet restaurants. Anyway.
Yeah, like Good and Plenty, where my father went to eat at Good and Plenty.
Yeah, there's a good and plenty amount of obese families in those establishments. Yeah. One is bigger than the other. Anyway, yes, it is an empire. That's true. It tastes just like it smells. I taste all those ingredients that were mentioned. But here's the big but. I taste more of the Irish whiskey than I do of the flavors and the cream.
Oh, so it's whiskey forward.
It's very whiskey forward. It's not balanced like a lot of the other Irish creams. Like I've had some of them that was really creamy. The Rubber Band Man. Was that the Spinners back in the disco day?
Yeah.
I am the Rubber Band Man. Da, 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 da. You know, they were all stretching rubber bands or condoms or whatever the hell they were stretching. Anyway, it's very whiskey forward. Forward. Avante. I think in Italian that means forward. Yeah, something like that. It's like the car that had no grill on it. That funny looking car they had. Well, I would call this an Irish whiskey with cream, vanilla, and chocolate flavoring. I wouldn't really say it's your typical Irish cream, because I definitely had Irish creams from Ireland that were very rich, like you spiked half and half, a container of half and half cream, or even heavy cream. So it's like you just threw a shot of something good in a container of half and half. That's how wonderful they taste. I'm not saying it's bad. It's definitely way better than a nauseatingly sweet liqueur, a typical one, a cheap liqueur. Oh, no, I shouldn't say cheap.
I bet you're probably craving some screwball right now.
That was a nightmare. Oh, what garbage that was. I had to dump it. That's one of the few things that I actually had to dump.
From San Diego.
San Diego. There's a song called Fireball. They used to play it in this dance club. And, I don't know if it was named after the drink, the liquor, rather. I don't think it was.
That's Fireball. You got screwed with the screwball.
That was screwball peanut butter whiskey. Peanut butter flavored whiskey.
But you thought it tasted like sugar flavored sugar.
Yes, I thought it was. I thought it was it was sugar flavored with a few drops of peanut extract. It was really, it's terrible. And to me, that's cutting corners. If you're going to sugar down any product, it's cutting corners. It's like if you go to a Taco Bell and you order a burrito and it's mostly white rice, cheap filler, and you go, "Where's the beef?" And you're looking through it, and you have to look for a while to find the meat. Usually, that's gold ring or gold finger. Myers rum. He bought that out too.
Yep.
He's got to put his mug in front of the barrels. He couldn't dress up like a pirate or something. Oy vey. Oy cavalt. I own everything. I am an emperor. Ming the Merciless from Flash Gordon, remember?
The question is, what's going to happen when Mr. and Mrs. Goldring move on?
I don't know.
It's family owned. There's no board of directors. They have two owners, Mr. and Mrs. Goldring. That's the two owners. And I think he's about 89 years old. So, what's going to happen? He's got 3 children. Are the 3 children going to get along when he moves on?
No. They're all going to be at each other's throats. A gnat, actually, I found a gnat in the rest of my Ryan's Irish cream. It must have got intoxicated. And
yikes.
And yeah, a gnat. I took it. What happened to it? I took it out with my finger. It wasn't Nat King Cole or anything like that. It was just it was a creature that really doesn't do anything. I don't know what they do. I don't know what they eat. They don't bite you. They just
get in your eyes.
They just get in your eyeballs.
Nat King Cole, Natalie Cole, Old King Cole. All right.
Old King Cole, yeah.
Now, get ready, folks. Folks, get ready. Get ready, because here I come. I'm going to do a a score now.
All right.
I think this is a pretty good product. If I was looking to drink a blackberry flavored vodka, and I wouldn't really be looking to do that, but if I was, for some bizarre reason, I would get it. It's not exceptionally great, but it's nicely high quality, unlike the hotel last night. I'm going to give it a B plus, 89 out of 100. A B plus. It's a very good product from Texas, James P. Madonna's favorite state, where they welcomed him with open arms and knives. And that's all I got to say about it. Now I've got one big bottle left. I don't even remember what the flavor is. It might be well, I'm not going to try to guess. We'll see what happens in the upcoming challenges. Not challenges, upcoming Fandangos. Now, what's coming up tomorrow morning? Well, at dawn, get ready at dawn, Delta Dawn. What's that flower you've got on?
What do you got tomorrow?
Tomorrow morning at dawn. Like I said, Delta Dawn. All right.
It's better than Delta Burke. That she was fat.
Oh, Delta Burke.
She was fat. She must have been sucking down grits 3 times a day.
She was married to Gerald Rainey. All right. From Simon and Simon. All right. All right. Anyway, which I never watched, thankfully. I have Jesse James.
Oh,
Jesse James, America's Outlaw Bourbon Whiskey. It's produced by, let's say it's produced for a guy who was some kind of like quasi heavy metal singer in the 1990s. He sells all kind of caps, vests, glassware, boots, whiskey, the kind of, the type. They sell a lot of apparel. But it is made for him, and it is sort of popular. And I found this liter bottle. Mark my words, folks. I found a liter bottle, 1,000 milliliters, at Savannah Discount on Louisiana Highway 45 northbound. And I got this liter bottle for $7.99.
Wow.
$7.99 for a liter of bourbon whiskey. No flavoring, no coloring added. Yeah.
Incredible.
And I have something even more shocking.
You are the educated consumer.
Jean-Pierre brought this last Fandango, but he had a death in his family-in-law. He had to go to the funeral. It was a terrible story. But anyway, he couldn't join us tonight. He was traveling back home.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, death, cancer, that old disease. But last week, he brought this Cooper's Craft, introduced about 6 years ago. But it's really from a company that's very old called Brown Forman. They own Old Forester and Jack Daniels. But this product, this bottle normally sells for $24. Okay, so if you go to a liquor store, you're going to find it for $24, $23, $25, about that, $25. But I went to my local store 1 mile from my house, 1 mile away, and they had this bottle for $9.99. I'll repeat that, $9.99. So I came home and I did the research, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going right back to that store and buying it. And I bought it, and it's been interesting. So that's what's coming up tomorrow. I got 2 products, an $18 bottle for $7.99, No, let me take that back. A 20, because a liter would be about $24. So a $24 bottle for $7.99.
Uh-huh.
And a $24 bottle for $9.99. So that's coming up tomorrow morning. And then next Wednesday, and I know James is not going to join us. He's going to be like, oh no. But it is an interesting product because it originated in South Africa in the 1990s, South Africa. It's called Red's Wicked Ale. And it's really strong, and it uses a lot of sugar and a lot of natural flavorings or whatever that means. And James P. Madonna is going to be like, no. But I have a feeling the week after, he is going to be interested in joining us on Wednesday, August 24th, when we review Foster's Lager.
Foster's lager is very good. I mean, I like it. I like it.
Yeah. Introduced in 1889. All right.
Yeah. Now, getting back to the Red's Wicked, is that a sorghum beer? Because they do make sorghum beer in South Africa.
Yeah. No. Hold on. Just hold on. Just a second. Hold on. All right. So.
Must have a high alcohol content for spiking it with sugar during the
yeah. So as with most of these companies, the history is rather confusing and convoluted. And from what the research I did, I was able to find out from the research I did. I could be wrong, but I think I'm right. Red's was an apple ale company that started in South Africa in 1996. So in 1996, there was some independent company that started an apple ale company.
Apples. When you think of apples, you definitely don't think of South Africa.
I know. So it started apple ale company called Red's, REDD''S. Probably some Dutch name, So they started selling this apple flavored ale. Well, it wasn't long after that, they got bought out by Miller, SAB, South African Beverages / Miller. And then Miller got bought out by Molson and Coors, because that's how it works. Everybody buys everybody out. And now we have
Molson, huh?
Molson of Canada.
Wow.
It's a family-owned company. And Coors is a family-owned company. So those two families have a 50-50 ownership. It's 50% Coors, 50% Molson. It's been going on for like 10 years. I'm waiting for them to start fighting, and then it'll be a big lawsuit, But in the United States, since they own the rights to it, they make Red's Wicked Ale. Now in South Africa, it got bought out by Anheuser-Busch InBev. So they make their own versions, not this strong. But this is a United States produced Red's. And you might, if you find it, you might want to join. I don't know. But it's this is very strong. Can you imagine this? 8% alcohol.
Oh wow, it's like an imperial IPA.
And look at this can. I mean, this is like danger in a can. I mean, 24 ounces of problems. So, but this is the original Wicked. It's ale with natural apple flavor and caramel color. I don't know what natural apple flavor is, but I got a feeling they go to states like Washington and Oregon, and they say, all those apples you're about to dump, I don't care if they got juice leaking out of them and slime. We'll take them.
And worms.
We'll take them. The worms will shrivel up in the boil. We'll take them,
And you explained to me about the common usage of caramel color is to keep every can or bottle of beer or ale uniformly the same shade.
Same tan shade, right?
Same
Because
shade.
they don't want the people calling them on the phone or email saying, well, the last time I bought it, it was medium tan, and this time it's very pale. What's wrong with your company? You know, and they don't say, okay, you know. All right. Well, now that's my story, and that's all I have to say. So James P. Madonna is going to take over the show, and he's going to close us out with a musical accompaniment in a little bit, but not yet, because he's got to do his
Well, I'm going. My show is Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Progressive Discussions, open topic show. I decided not to post different topics in the title section because I want it to be like a surprise, like a mystery. So, whiskey in a jar. That's moonshine, isn't it? Sort of. Kind of. But anyway, yeah. So at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, anyone's welcome. They can talk about anything they want, but generally from 3 to 4, I discuss the more serious topics, and then after 4, unless I have a lot of topics to cover, after 4 it gets very light, and people can pretty much talk about anything they want. It's uncensored, and it's a lot of fun. It varies. Even if I don't have a big panel, it's fun because I have a lot of people participating in the comments section. So even the worst case scenario, it turns out to be a good show. And that's it. So I mean, honestly, like I told Eric, when it comes to most of these reviews, especially the beer reviews, I don't know what to say. I mean, I agree with Ronnie Simpson. I'm running out of material. I'm running out of things to say. I don't know what to say. You know, my taste buds just pick up obvious flavors. Same thing with my smelling process. I can't get like melodramatic over something and carry on and say, oh, I sense this. Oh, there's a hint of that. There's a, you know, I with the Ryans, which I'm gonna give, since there's so many Irish creams out there that are great, I'm gonna give this I'll give it an 87. 87% out of 100.
Right.
There's so many really great Irish creams. So that's my score. I know I forgot to give the score, but that's it.
No, that's all right.
And what was I saying? Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Like with the Ryans, I noticed that it was very Irish whiskey forward, and I detected the obvious. What I smelled is pretty much what I tasted, but there are people who get really dramatic and who detect all these flavors that have
nutmeg,
there's no scientific basis for it because what they're detecting is not in the product.
Scarlet Pimpernel.
Oh, it goes on and on. So I told him, I says, honestly, I don't know what else to say. And then and when I give my review, I don't know, maybe it's because it's not elaborate concerning what I smell and taste, and I don't have all the hops of the world memorized and stuff. I just everybody's like, they go dead silent and they're like staring at me.
Yeah, it's
And
weird.
yeah, and I can't get that emotional over reviewing a beer.
Bev-
You know, I
Yeah,
could just tell you,
it's a beverage, folks. It's not a religion.
right. It's right. It's not a cult. It's not a religion. It's not the science is very simple. It really is. It's for the fermentation of sugars converted over by live yeast. That's all. No matter how you shake it. So that's it. And then there's the problem with my area having severe limitations in product. You know, for some reason the liquor stores, they don't have the same mentality that the liquor stores by you have. Otherwise,
Oh,
they're,
yeah.
you know,
It's unreal over here. It's unreal.
it's unreal. You could find practically anything and everything. So anyway, so it is what it is. Um, I'm not gonna, the only. I mean, I could be like Ed McMahon was to Johnny Carson. I mean, I could be like an entertainment sidekick, but
A second banana.
a second banana. Actually, there's a comedy club over here called Bananas, where a lot of famous people go. Yeah, it's called Bananas. But anyway, I have my resources are limited, and my review communication is limited because I notice some people do get dramatic and they do get very emotional and they get very fancy about their reviewing. That's all. Yeah, here's Johnny. Hi-oh! Da, 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 da.
Sazerac,
Yeah.
Sazerac's probably using one of their Irish whiskey brands like oh Paddy's or Drum Castle. I have both. I don't know which one I like better, Drum Castle or Paddy's. But
Oh,
anyway,
there's nothing wrong with those two whiskeys. I
right.
mean,
You're just saying it needs to be a little more cream and less.
yeah, it shouldn't be cream, vanilla, and chocolate flavored Irish whiskey. It should be some balance. Oh, Central Illinois, you're very limited in what's in the liquor store there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
apparently.
just go ahead.
No, I'm saying apparently that's probably the case in a lot of parts of the United States where the liquor store can't open until 10 a.m. and what it can sell is limited, or what they choose to sell is limited. And I was on a trip just today, and I was in Mississippi. I said, "Let me go look at this liquor store and see what they got." I went to open the door, and it was locked. I said, "Oh well, it's not 10 a.m. yet, you know." So
I
over
mean,
here, they open at 6 a.m. You know,
6 a.m.
right,
That's even worse than Stout Sunday, 6 a.m. That's
right.
like,
So I'm not used to these strict kind of rules, you know. But I know Baton Rouge. Now in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, you can't sell any beer, wine, or liquor on a Sunday until 1 in the afternoon.
oh wow.
But that's not any other day of the week, but it's only Sunday.
Well, I've been to liquor stores outside of my region, and they were jam packed with product. There wasn't there, it was almost like you couldn't get a credit card between two bottles. They were jam packed, and what I would do is what the liquor store by my hometown did is they decided in the front of the store to start getting more airline bottles, the more and more and more and more, so customers can try things. They can
That's
sample.
good. That's good.
They can sample them. They don't want to. Look, if they see a bottle of bourbon that they never heard of, and then all of a sudden it's advertised on TV, they don't want to get stuck spending $60. They want to try it. They might want to try it.
Just try it.
You know, get the airline bottle, try it out. The beers too. Sell individual bottles and cans. Have one refrigerator with a lot of individual. Uh, yeah, well, he's got a point. Claude's got a point. So that's it.
Right.
I mean, I don't. It's not difficult. If you're a manager of a liquor store, it's not difficult to get product. Not with the amount of distilleries and breweries that are out there. No way. No way. There's no excuse unless their brain cell deficient as a retail store. Mesquite, Nevada.
Oh, I went to Nevada. I went to Nevada, and that was very dry. It was very dry out there. All
Okay.
right.
All right. Before we sign off officially, there was an article. Speaking of Nevada, there's an article where the water availability is getting very bad. It's much worse than it ever was.
Yes.
Water. They're running out of water, so they ordered all of the lawns, all of the sod, the grass to be removed. That's it. Nobody can have lawns in the Las Vegas and vicinity, residential vicinity. No one can have lawns because they don't want people watering their damn lawns. They don't want the hotels to be irrigated.
It's not supposed to be in the desert.
It's a part of the Mojave Desert. When Las Vegas, when the concepts first started, with the flamingo, what was it Mo Green, I think, or Mo Howard, or
Yeah.
Mo Green, right? Okay. It was bone dry, and it is meant to be bone dry. It's the Mojave Desert. All they have to do, these hotel resorts and homes, forget about the grass, forget about irrigation, forget about having it cut every week.
Let's put a limestone yard.
Just get those different color decorative pebbles, gravel, like they do in Arizona, and a lot of South Floridians do it too. Some of them. Get the decorative pebbles and plant succulents and cacti and date palms or something. They go to Home Depot. You can get all the cacti and succulents you want. Just make a nice, pretty
Right.
desert.
If you want a big yard, if you want a yard full of grass that's green all year, or 10 months out of the year, come to Louisiana. Come to Louisiana. You can have a big yard full of grass.
And you got to cut it every damn week.
Oh, it's constantly growing.
I don't know what obsession people have with lawns, with grass. Is it because of they think of golf courses or something?
I don't know. I really don't know why. So
I don't know. Anyway, let's.
Anyway, James, if you change your mind about Reds, join us next week. If not, fine.
Yeah, don't take it personal. It's just sometimes if I don't feel well.
No, I don't take it personally. And then August 24th, Foster's Lager, Australian for beer, even though most of ours is made in Texas.
Yeah.
And then August 31st is Milwaukee's Best Ice Beer, which I know I'll be me and maybe one other person.
I mean, some beers and hard liquors give me acid reflux. I mean, my drinking. I mean, I'm not a W.C. Fields, guzzling.
Right.
There are people that will guzzle, and then later on they'll have liver problems, but they could do it. I knew girls that could guzzle hard liquor.
I don't want to guzzle. And then September 7th, the first Wednesday of September is Joker's Wild Wednesday.
Oh, cool. And I can't wait to see you in September, like the song, because I like the climate of autumn, my favorite season of the year.
Oh, that's very nice. All right. I like it. Well, y'all take care. And James is going to close this out with a musical accompaniment. But before he does that, let's go with the comments one more time. And then we'll go to our closeout. Right. Who would have thought a desert would be dry?
You know, they have to irrigate a desert.
So then they drain the entire Colorado River where it's turning into a very small stream.
No mow lawns. No mow lawns.
Right. I agree with that. I agree with that.
And the trickle will dickle the city of Las Vegas. The trickle will dickle. Am I drinking beer with apple pie tonight, Alex? The beer masturbators? No. Beer with apple pie? No. I'll definitely get acid reflux. Trickle dickle. Yeah, the what is it? Lake Mead. I think they're pumping. That's Lake Mead, the reservoir of the Colorado River, right? And then you have Lake Tahoe, which is they can't take the water from that, but that's a resort, Lake Tahoe, and the Sierra Madres, the Sierra Mountains, Reno. He loves to guzzle. God save my liver.
Well, they're just kidding around now. All right. Well,
well, he's in Claude's in San Diego. He's got a whole heap and helping of craft breweries over there.
Oh yeah,
he's got it. I mean, he's got his pick, really. Ballast, Alpine, the Belching Beaver. It goes on and on and on. I know, because my ex lived in Chula Vista. She ended up being a nutcase, but it happens. The longer you know a woman, the more wacky or annoying they get. All right, here we go. When you live alone, you can do anything you want. Lazy, hazy, crazy days of summer. Have a good weekend, everybody. I'm hungry. I'm ready for dinner. Take care. And,
all right. Bye, everybody. Y'all take care now.
Bye-bye.